It's time to enjoy sunshine and summer vacations. Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone.
We help you get ready for the lazy days of summer with some super inexpensive flip-flop fashions.
Take your exercise outside. How about yoga on the beach?
This is the month we celebrate Flag Day. You know the Pledge of Allegiance, but have you thought about what those words really mean?
Some of our old friends go into business combining their great foods and wine.
And we give new life to some houseplants after a long winter.
But first, if you're looking for something fun to do with the family or a group of friends, why not think crafts?
The Blue Studio in Stroudsburg offers 2 workshops a week, or you can gather a group and create your own.
As we found out, the ideas are endless.
The Blue Studio is a vintage and new decor store. We carry all kinds of furniture, we upcycle jewelry. We also carry a full line of chalk paints and mud paints, which are all alcohol and formaldehyde free, so they're really good for you and they're good for nature. We also carry a clothing line as well as lotions and candles.
When you walk around and look at the things that you've done, I can tell that when you see something, you must not only be looking at what you're seeing, but what it could be.
Absolutely, because we like to bring something that's very ordinary and make it extraordinary. We want to bring new life into pieces that other people forget about.
Well, now we are inside the Blue Studio for one of the many workshops that you have here, and you have them all the time, don't you, Justine?
We do. Thank you. We have a lot of workshops. We do them twice a week.
All right, we've got paintbrushes and what is this?
These are actually chair legs or table legs.
Okay.
We have a 9-inch and we have 2 6-inches. And what we're going to do today is we are going to make candlestick pillars out of
Chair legs, table legs,
and terracotta saucers.
Nice. And this is one of your most popular workshops.
It is one of
right
our
now?
most popular workshops right now. Absolutely.
Cool. So,
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is your chair legs will come with a screw. You will have to take them out in order for this to work.
don't need them, right?
Don't need them, put them aside. This is Dixie Belle chalk paint. It's a mineral clay based paint, no alcohol or formaldehyde, and it will stick to virtually everything. Marie, I think you chose pink.
I chose pink.
Okay. Kim, you chose black, my favorite color. And I am going to start, of course, because of the Blue Studio with blue.
Blue Studio.
Okay, make
yes.
sure we check up your paint.
These are great colors, by the way.
They are awesome colors. And we do carry probably about 100 different colors of paint.
We're going to get messy. Do you know that about us?
Okay, get really messy because chalk
I'm
paint
sure
can
she's
get
used
messy.
to it.
Okay.
Yes. One thing about chalk paint is you don't need to use a lot of it. You just need to tip the end of your brush, and you're going to see it's going to go a long way. And we're just going to paint away.
So we're covering the
We're
whole thing.
covering the whole thing because what we're going to do is a 2-tone process on this. And if you put it on thin enough, you will notice that it will dry fairly quickly. Gosh, you guys are doing awesome. You're quicker than I am. Will you come teach the next workshop?
Nobody wants me teaching a workshop on painting. I'm just hoping I don't spill the paint and make a giant mess in your studio.
So when you have your workshops, are they just like big girl parties?
They are big girl parties. We have refreshments, light refreshments. We tell a lot of stories.
I bet.
We learn a lot about people.
And when you have a workshop, I know you said you have 2 a week, so those are ones that are scheduled by you when you want to have them. But can people also contact you and say, hey, I have a group, a party I want to have, and by special appointment?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do special birthday parties. We do special workshops. Garden clubs like to come in, do sometimes our wine and palette parties. There we go.
Number 2 done.
Marie's already on 3.
Hey, we don't mess around, right?
No,
Nope.
you don't. Okay, once you're done with that, we're going to set them aside to dry. And now we have 6 terracotta saucers. We're going to want to do top and bottom. And I always find it easier just to do the inside first.
Because you can kind of hold it and just...
You can, and then we're going to flip it. And again, this is the bottom coat, so because
Doesn't
we're doing
need
it
to be perfect.
No, it doesn't, because we're doing a 2-tone effect. You guys are great.
What is the price of the workshop, and is that like your materials included?
This is material and the paint and whatnot, and our cost of this workshop is $30.
Okay, so
And you
yeah.
go home with the 3 candlesticks, the instruction, your candles, your wreaths, everything.
And sometimes it's worth doing that just so you don't have a mess at home.
Exactly, exactly. And then if you were going to buy the paint, which, you know, is awesome.
You have to buy a whole thing.
You have to buy a whole thing of it. And here you just get to use ours.
Well, and you get to do it with your friends, not by yourself at home.
Exactly. Look at you. Well, it looks like Marie won.
I didn't know it was a race.
Okay, our base coat is dried. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a buttercream chalk paint, and we are just going to cover the outsides. We're doing
gonna go
everything all
right
over
over
again,
it, the whole
and you're
thing.
just going to give it some full coverage. And you're going to see, Kim, that it is going to cover
it
the
does
black.
cover super easily.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
yeah, it does. Okay.
You don't have to worry about a completely full coverage because we are going to be sanding and distressing this so that our pretty colors come through.
Come through.
So when you do your classes, how long are your classes?
Classes run 3 hours.
Okay, so
start
you
to
have
finish.
you have time to do an entire craft in there.
We do.
Do you do kind of the paint and sip classes? Do you
We
allow
do.
alcohol?
We do. It's a BYOB. If you want to bring something to drink, that is fine. We do paint and sips. We do wine and canvas parties, wine and palettes parties, which are really popular now, where you paint on palette wood. Look at you.
And now are we moving on to
We
these
are going to
again?
move on to the terracotta pots and do the same thing.
Maria, I was ahead of you, and now you passed me by.
Okay, so our paint is all dry. We have 2 coats on. We have our
Yep.
bottom coat, we have our top coat. Now what we're going to do is we're going to distress our chair legs.
Okay.
So that we get some of our colors coming through. What we have is a 400 sandpaper.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is just lightly sand it. I want you to feel really softly. Just go on this bottom part here. Feel how soft that is. Feel
Yeah,
how
so
soft
you
that
want
is.
to make,
That's what makes your piece soft is the 400 sandpaper. Because this is where your piece comes to life.
and you make it really your own.
Exactly. A lot of people are under the misconception because chalk paint is very chalky because it's a mineral clay-based paint. And they're under the misconception that once they wax their piece, it's going to get soft. That's not true. Sanding is what makes your piece soft.
Need
Perfect,
to match
look at
them
that.
to each other then.
Look at yours. It's really
Yeah,
awesome.
they really look cool. And it looks older and distressed.
It's really nice. Look at you. You love to distress. You know what? I'm going to give you a 320. Think about the sandpaper. Think about the sandpaper. Is the higher the number, the softer the sandpaper. The softer the sandpaper, the softer your piece will feel. Okay, next thing we're going to do is, and this is very lightly, we're going to do our terracottas. Very, very lightly on those because you're going to see that a lot of times you'll go right down to your terracotta.
Yeah.
This is unusual. We're waiting for Marie.
I know, right?
Now the fun part is putting them all together because now they're really going to come to life. We're going to use our best friend, which is E6000.
Yeah, we like
E6000 glue.
E6000.
If you don't have
E6000.
this at home, you need to get it.
You're just going to put a little dab on the bottom, each one. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to center. This is your bottom. Your wider part is your bottom. You're going to center on each one of your pots.
The easiest part so far.
Yes, it is. So while that's setting up, now you're going to flip your tops and you're going to do the same thing. We're going to put our 3 dabs.
This glue will last 100 years.
It will. Nothing will ever come apart. Okay, so now some people would think, well, I'm going to just pop it on top, but you won't be able to center it that way.
Yeah.
So you are going to want to very carefully, because it's still not quite set, flip and center once again. This is the best way to center your piece. Once you're happy with it, you just set it aside.
They look
Stand
cool upside
back.
down, too.
Yeah.
Really, you could do them either way. Well, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate them. Now that we have them all
Okay.
put together, we're going to decorate them. And basically what we're just taking is just some twigs with some decorative balls on them. You could use leaves. At Christmas time, you could use holly. Easter time, you could use eggs. They make them with
okay.
eggs.
Yep.
And we're just going to wrap them in circles just so that they intertwine. So we're basically making our own wreath. We're not going out and buying a pre-made wreath, which could be a little bit pricier. We're trying to keep our costs down.
Wow.
Look how awesome.
Very nice. Oh, and yours looks really cool with the blue and that little touch of yellow looks
Yes.
cool too, doesn't it?
Awesome.
Thanks for teaching us how to do
You're
that.
welcome.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Last
that
thing
was
we're going to do
terrific.
before we leave today, we are going to spray them with a clear acrylic spray.
Just a sealer?
Just a sealer.
Just a sealer.
What that's going to keep is from distressing anymore or chipping.
Okay.
It will protect your candlesticks.
All right, but it's stinky, so we'll do it outside.
Check out the Blue Studio Facebook page for a list of upcoming workshops. There are plenty to choose from.
And Justine has a gift for one lucky viewer. Just find the proper photo in our June Facebook album and tell us your favorite part of this segment for your chance to win a $25 gift certificate to the Blue Studio. Good luck.
Our flag has its own holiday this month. We explain our Pledge of Allegiance next on Talk of the Town.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We all know those words very well.
But how often do you think about what those words really mean? On June 14th, we celebrate Flag Day.
In the spirit of Red Skelton, in an appearance on his evening show in 1969, we would like to recite the pledge and give you a definition for every word. I,
Me, an individual, a committee of one.
pledge, dedicate all my worldly good to give without self-pity.
Allegiance, my love and my devotion.
To the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of courage. Wherever she waves, there is respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts, freedom is everybody's job.
Of the united. That means we have all come together.
States, individual communities that have united into 50 great states, 50 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided by imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common cause, and that is love of country.
Of America, here where we are. And to the republic.
A republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern. And the government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people.
For which it stands. All of that is what our flag represents and what our country and people hold dear.
One nation, all together as one.
Under God, meaning so blessed by God.
Indivisible, incapable of being divided.
With liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his or her own life without fears, threats, or any sort of retaliation. And justice,
the principle and qualities of dealing fairly with others.
for all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, means it's as much your country as it is mine.
Now let's all recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
And salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And two.
There's a brand new food and wine destination in Hamilton Township, so of course we need to check it out.
It combines brand new grapevines with some old friends of ours.
Hey, Kim and Marie. Awesome. How are you?
Nice
Great to see you. Yeah, welcome to the Frogtown Bistro at Mountain View Vineyard.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for coming out today. So before we hit the tasting bar, let's head into the kitchen a little bit and play with some food, all right?
Sounds good.
Cool,
Let's
follow
go.
me. About 8 months ago, Linda and Randy Rice approached myself and my partner, Eric Noon, and asked if we wanted to partner up with them and sort of combine brands a little bit and join forces here, Mountain View Vineyard Winery and the Frogtown brand. So now we've created the Frogtown Bistro at Mountain View Vineyard Winery.
Well, Lyman, we're in the kitchen now, and this looks super healthy. What are we going to be making?
Well, I'm glad you called it super healthy looking because this is our superfood slaw. It's got some Brussels sprouts and kohlrabi, and there's kale in there, carrots, broccoli, cabbage, everything you need to sort of get going through your day and keep it going all night.
All right, cool. How do we get this going?
So real simple, my menu here at the Frogtown Bistro is really simple. I tried to keep it that way and healthy and light and shareable on small plates. Real easy here. So we got a cup of mayonnaise we're gonna put in this superfood slaw. That's about it. That's the only fat we're adding. So when you break it down per portion, really not that bad. Don't mind me, I'll throw that to the dishwasher. Thank you. So if you want to dump that, just a little sugar, 1 tablespoon of sugar.
One
That's
tablespoon
it,
of
just
sugar.
go ahead, throw it in there.
Do I throw this?
Sure, throw it to the dishwasher. There you go.
Good job, Bree.
We'll take care of that later, all right? Salt and pepper to taste, okay?
We're not gonna throw that.
Little vinegar, we like that sweet and
there we
sour
go.
balance.
Little
Sweet,
bit of-
sour, salty. All right, that just pops off. We're gonna give it a couple glugs here. That looks like 2 tablespoons, maybe a little more, but I can live with that. Now, normally, if we weren't on camera, I'd probably get my hands in there and get really messy.
You're
but-
gonna do it the neat way today?
Yeah, for the sake of the keeping the folks at home appetized here. Well, here we go, Kim. I'm gonna put you to work a little bit today, all right? See if you can keep that in the bowl in this nice, clean, brand new kitchen, all right?
You know I'm not really good at that part of things, right?
That's all right. I got plenty of kitchen rags over there to clean it up, so. While you're doing that, let me check in the oven. I got a couple things going on in here and see how we're looking.
Sure. Okay.
This is our Korean barbecue glazed chicken that's gonna go with the superfood slaw. So we're really hitting all the balances there. Look at that.
Nice.
Crispy skin on our chicken thighs, perfect. While you're mixing, I'm gonna come in here and steal a big
portion.
pinch here, a portion
There
there. Look at that. I'm gonna throw this together on a plate.
And that's your
All right,
secret
Marie.
sauce.
So simple, so pretty. Am I
Have at
making a
it,
design?
however you wanna do it.
Pretty.
Now we serve that for about $10. That's shareable, it's affordable. Get a couple plates
That's
to put
nice.
together.
Goes with a glass of wine and you're good to go.
You got it. We are really hopeful about all of our special events and creating wonderful memories for all of our guests into the future here. Brides and grooms strolling through the vineyards, 50th wedding anniversaries when you come back, birthday parties, any type of celebration that you want to have here in this beautiful setting. All right, next thing coming out of the oven. A little toasty pita bread to go with our crab cake here. Watch yourselves now. That's a hot pan. Pass this over here.
Okay. Are we cutting this?
Yeah, we're gonna cut it. Why don't you cut it in half for me?
Okay.
All right, put the 2 halves on top of each other. That'll work.
Okay.
Now cut it in half again. Now cut those into thirds. I have a protractor too if you like that.
Thirds.
Or however you want to chop it. Oh,
I can do
perfect. Look at that. Fantastic. You're hired. What are you doing Friday night? I need someone. All right, here. This is what I'd like you to do, Marie.
Yes.
Play. Have fun. Up in the corner there. Spread that around.
In the corner.
Wherever you
maybe?
want. This
this where the crab cake-
Yeah, I love it. Go for it. Good.
What is that?
Perfect. That's it.
Like that?
That is better than I do it. Now you're hired Saturday night. Perfect. I can take the weekend off.
Yeah,
I love
there
it.
you go.
This is a roasted red pepper aioli. Little roasted red peppers, a mayonnaise mix, and a couple other little things in there. So goes great with our
cool.
crab
Looks good.
cake. Look at this, Maryland style crab cake. It's in a ball, it's crispy on the bottom, cooked through. You throw those on there rustic style, however you want. Don't be
Rustic
pretty
style.
about it.
Don't be pretty.
Get in there. It's gonna look pretty no matter how you do it.
All
I
right.
promise. Look at that, right?
Yep.
Simple.
And you're known for your crab cakes.
That's what they tell me. So I believe the word on the street.
There you go.
There it is. That's
Number
the next
2,
dish.
ready.
Yeah, down.
Let's
We're
go.
rolling through it.
What do we got next?
Cool. Let's get into a couple more of my fun little salads. So each of you can have your own little salad here, which is perfect. All right, would you throw some of these are baby heirloom tomatoes. So we have a whole little mix in here, some red and yellow and purple. So I'd like to just set them face down like that. It kind of makes a neat, complete look on that. All right, and over here, Kim, I have some roasted beets. Simple. I peeled them with a peeler. I sliced them. I laid them out on a piece of parchment paper, olive oil, salt and pepper, roasted them until they got to that point. They're cold now. So go ahead and lay them. I sort of, you know, shingle them back and forth. I get about 6 pieces on the plate until I decide, you know, how big it is. All right, I like that style. Well, this, let's spread this out a little bit. All right.
Still this amount, but just like through?
Yeah, spread it out a little bit. There you go. We're making like sort of a painting. There you go, excellent. So maybe slide this a little, let's get a little
toward the middle,
non-conformist here. Mix it up a little bit. There you go, perfect.
And more, or am I?
No, that's
good.
That's actually wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the exact right amount. How did you know that?
I don't know.
All right, and I throw about 5 of those little mozzarella balls in there. Really fun. I like it. There we go. Goat cheese in it to win.
A handful?
Yep, right down the middle. Boom. Perfect. Look at you guys. Maybe you guys picked the wrong career path here. I see some budding chefs here.
More or that good?
That is actually, wait, 1, 2, 3. That's the perfect amount of goat cheese. Wait a minute. Did you guys sneak in my kitchen last night?
We were studying.
We're killing it.
These are rainbow greens.
Those
really
are pretty.
Fun little rainbow microgreens.
Microgreens,
yeah, they
right?
have like that sort of radishy, peppery taste in your mouth.
These are good
Throw
for
it
you.
on there.
Anywhere?
Wherever you want. There's no rules here in this kitchen, all right? This is a little olive oil. I just drizzle a little olive oil. It gives it a little sheen. It gives it that nice kind of look. I have basil olive oil over here. Shake it up a little bit. However you want, all right? Someone will clean this kitchen up. Well, it'll probably be me, but. All right, that's good. Balsamic glaze, same thing, however you want.
We'll go the other way.
Oh, professional.
Oh, I need a little bit on that guy.
All right, I like it. There you are, look at those.
That's
colorful,
pretty.
playful, fun, shareable. You got a fork, I got a fork, or guess what? Forget the fork. Grab it with your fingers.
Pick it up.
Just grab it and go.
Right?
All right.
Cool. Here we go.
Very nice.
So we're open 7 days a week. They have their tasting room open from 11 to 6. We open our bistro from 12 to 6. So small plates that you could share, some bite-sized plates. You know, just like we did, 4 or 5 plates that you gather around for, you know, 3 or 4 guests and pair it with wine.
All right, so we've got like the main courses going on here, Lyman. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back a little bit later in the show, and he's got a dessert too.
You got it, brioche bread pudding.
Summer is here, and it is flip-flop season.
Flip-flop, wait, mine are a lot smaller than yours.
Her feet are a lot smaller than mine. Maybe half.
Yeah, right?
Well, not quite, but you get the idea. Anyway, but they're kind of boring flip-flops.
They are boring flip-flops. Hey, what do you want for $2.50, right?
So, okay, so pick up your $2.50 pair of flip-flops. And this is just a bunch of fabric.
Yep, I shredded it and made it into strips, so it's pretty easy to deal with.
That's right, and this, because the 4th of July will be here soon, and the summer is all about red, white, and blue, all you do is tie them on. This couldn't be any simpler.
No.
And you don't even tie it in a full knot, just
half a knot.
Half a knot. Pull it pretty tight, yeah?
Yeah, pretty tight. And these are really long, but I think we're gonna trim these when we can trim them to whatever size we want, but they're easy to tie when they're long.
And you're doing yours all the same color?
Yeah, I am. Because I have the blue flip-flops. That blue's pretty dark, so.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go with a mixed. We've finished tying our red, white, and blue fabric onto our flip-flops.
They are a little long. Mine look like Cousin It.
Yeah, okay, so maybe they're a little hairy. We're gonna trim them down a little bit, and you should do that as well if you've got yours. Just take them down a little bit so that, you know, you can actually walk properly. Our red, white, and blue flip-flops are all trimmed up. They look good.
We are ready for a patriotic pool party. Well, for the second flip-flop, you got some shiny ribbon, and this is pretty. It makes anything look fancy.
That's right, and you need about as much as your wingspan, and this is double-sided satin ribbon, because when you're fancying up your flip-flops, you want to make sure it looks good on both sides.
Both sides. Yeah.
So this is real easy. You got your flip-flop, your ribbon,
Find the middle.
find the middle, and then just tie it in a knot right at the top, and make sure the knot actually stays on the top of your flip-flop. And we used 2 different ribbons. I chose like light purple and dark purple, and you've got pink and black. And all you have to do, there's all kinds of things, but we're keeping it simple today, folks. Just take them and wrap them together around your flip-flop. And you know what? This would be a fun thing if you're getting married this summer and you want to do something cute. You can use the colors for the wedding and wrap flip-flops for all the girls in your bridal party.
Be comfortable.
Be comfortable for all that dancing that they're going to be doing.
Or a kid's birthday party. This would be a great idea for little girl's birthday party. Then when we get to the end, you're just going to tie it off in a knot.
Yep.
Tie it off in a knot.
Because you want it
we're
to
gonna
stay.
we're gonna make this go up our leg. These are gonna be fancy flip-flops with ankle straps, right?
That's right. So you tied yours in a knot already. And again, try and make sure that your knot is on the outside, and take your knot up through the bottom, because that way it automatically starts your ribbon going upward. There you go. Half done, half to go. So you buy a few things of ribbon, and you buy some flip-flops for $2.50.
And if these get yucky, you cut the ribbon off and put some new ribbon on it partway through the summer.
Our festive ribbon flip-flops wrap up around our ankles, and you can coordinate the ribbons to whatever you want to wear.
They're really cute. You should try a pair yourself and have a flip-floppity fun summer. If you have houseplants after a long winter, sometimes they start to look like this. They need a little help.
That's right, they do. And these have sprouted little babies too.
Yes.
They're reproducing.
Yep, this aloe has a bunch of babies in it too, so I think it's time to put them in new pots and give them a little new soil too.
Transplanting time, and who better than Herb Johns from Phillip Perennials, her dad. He's going to help us out.
Hi ladies, what are we doing today here?
Well, Dad, these are my aloe plants from home, and it was a long winter,
Long
and it
winter.
needs some help, so we need to transplant.
And it has babies growing all over.
All
and this
right.
one does too.
Very good. Well, let's take them apart and we'll see what we have.
All right.
All right.
Do we have to be real careful?
You want to? Yeah, you'd have to be careful. They're babies. Aren't you careful with babies?
Yes,
Yes, we're careful with babies, and we want to make sure we don't break any roots, right?
Okay. Best thing to do is to get them out of the pot, you would turn them upside down, like that, and go like so. Very slowly pull them apart so you have roots, 2 babies.
So you just have to be really careful so that
Yes, so you get a
keep as
root with
many
everything,
roots
and there's
here.
the mom.
Yes.
The mom is fine, so you put her back. See, that's enough root for an aloe. You don't need very many. Now this mother's awfully big.
Yeah.
I would.
And she's a little twisty,
I would
too.
take. You know, you can use this for skincare. You know.
Oh, we know.
Yes.
So why don't you take that part off, and then make that into something and put it in a jar and rub it on your skin or something.
Perfect for sunburn, because you know there'll be some sunburn this summer.
And then you trim it, take the ones off, and then you would plant this one back up to there.
To go out to there.
You take that off, and you'll be surprised how fast that comes back.
And looks normal
And these
again.
are all usable pieces. Put it right back in the same pot, and you don't have the weight that's making it top heavy now, so it will stay up. We need a little more soil.
A little more soil. Got it.
There we go. Press it down, give it a little. And then you water, and then you don't water it again until it's completely dry. Otherwise, that's good. That's going to seed it in there nicely. Now that looks a little ugly, but at about a week it won't be ugly anymore.
Just
It'll
looks like
start
it got a
growing
haircut
back.
right off the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ready. That's done.
All right, so now what are we
Move
going to do
this
with
one
those
out of
little
the way.
guys?
Okay, you remember we have some pots.
Okay. We'll
All
go
right.
pick, we'll
Let's
go
go.
pick some
Pick
out.
some out, and we'll plant them up.
So Kim, you remember these pots? We made these with my dad a couple years ago, remember?
That's right, Hypertufa pots. I still have mine at home.
You remembered the name too, good for you. All right, I'm gonna pick I'm gonna do one of those little teeny aloes into this.
Okay, I kind of like a square pot. So
All right.
mine's a little bigger, but.
All right, let's go plant them up.
Okay, you got your pots. It's a little small, but you can
One
use
of the
this.
little
You can use a
babies.
small one of those
Yeah.
that has some roots and anchored in there, but you're going to have to
Transplant it again.
that one not too long.
That's
And that's
okay.
a nice one. That's nice and deep, and you're going to plant it just above the crown. And I picked one out. It's a pod head, and it even has a ponytail. So
I
I'm
love
gonna
that
plant
one.
that one.
You know what? And you did that yourself, right?
Yeah,
You're
we
the
made
artist.
them. We had a segment on that one time, remember?
Yep, I remember. You did a good job on that
And this
one.
his eyes move too. Go halfway, pick your finger and put a little hole in the soil and drop in your plant that you're going to plant so that you cover the roots and the crown just a slight bit. Snug up soil around the center and you have a new plant which in about a year you'll be doing the same thing you're doing now to the mother because it'll be a mother.
Is there a time of year when you have to do this and once you get past it, you should stop?
Not in a house plant. You can pretty much do it any time because they're living in the same conditions all the time in the house. And then you water them in. The first time you water any plant, you're seeding the soil all around the roots and you're getting rid of the air spaces. Then as the soil dries, air comes in around the roots, which the roots really need. That's why you don't water a plant when it's wet. You water only when it's dry. Some people water them every day and that's why they drown.
Too much, right?
Yes, too much.
Ready to
That
go.
was so simple.
Well, thanks for teaching us how to do that, Dad. We're going to stay here and continue working, and
Yep.
we'll bring you a whole bunch more aloe over
Thank
later
you.
when we're done.
Thank you. You can give it to your friends. Yeah.
Zach, we'll make sure Zach gets some aloe.
Definitely.
All right, Kim, we have to give these babies a new home.
That's
They all
right.
need a new home now.
And it looks like there's 7 little pieces, little tiny babies. Makes you feel like you're doing something good.
Giving them some more room. It's like, stretch, little plants.
And they're gonna be so happy. I think we're almost done. You know what,
Almost.
Marie, these would be a great gift for Father's Day. I think any dad would like this.
Well, my dad's kind of knee deep in this all the time, so I don't know that he would want this for Father's Day, but
That's true. Your dad could be the exception. So what are you gonna get for him?
I don't know. Maybe a tie.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. We've headed back into the kitchen at the Frogtown Bistro at Mountain View Vineyard, and Lyman Winter is here, and it's dessert time, right?
It sure is.
Smelling good in here. And this dessert has a very special ingredient, Mountain View's apple pie shine.
That's
is
right.
In here.
Wicked good stuff.
It's awesome stuff. And then I take a whole bunch of butter and brown sugar and make it more awesomer.
I think that's
So
great.
we talked about some of our more healthy dishes. This is maybe a step away from that healthy area.
It's okay.
It's in more of the decadent, like, hey, it's the end of the day or the middle of the day or
Any
breakfast.
time of the
Whatever.
day.
Sure, let's enjoy it. So apple pie moonshine caramel sauce that we make here. I have a nice brioche bread pudding. This is
Brioche
maybe
bread
not what you
pudding.
remember about bread pudding. It's a nice sort of firm bread pudding. We add the caramel sauce. So if it didn't have enough sugar already in the bread pudding, we're gonna add some of this caramel sauce to it. All right, someone can have fun now with this. Whipped cream. Each one of you grab one of those
Sugar.
and add
Add
some more
sugar?
sugar to it, please.
right,
Wherever
more
you want to go.
sugar.
Yep, sugar. Now it's that's kind of like a baked Alaska.
That's
Go
not
ahead.
how you would have done it.
Throw some more sugar on there. I love it.
I can't
This is
actually
it.
It's in
see the
disguise,
bread pudding
it's in
anymore.
disguise now.
Hey, you know, it'll taste
Usually it's
just
one
as
little-
good.
No, it'll taste better.
I'm in love with that.
That's right. You guys are driving
That was a
about,
little too much.
you're driving about 90 miles an hour home now. I'm gonna get there.
Now we get the taste?
That's
Oh,
it.
please, let's go taste everything.
Yes, let's do it.
All this food looks amazing, and Lyman, you've even brought out some wine for us.
Yeah, some great wine from Mountain View Vineyard Winery. So cheers.
Cheers.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming out and joining me today and playing with all this food in the kitchen and the wine. And the backdrop today couldn't be more beautiful to complement this table of food and wine and good friends.
Good
So
friends.
thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. The Mountain View Vineyard Bliss go great with our crab cake. This split rail red I actually use in the braising of the short rib.
this,
So you
okay.
really get that, you know, sort of big red wine flavor in there. Favorite combination for my wife and I is that roasted beet and goat cheese together.
Oh, it's delicious.
Cool, thank you.
Very good. And really easy.
Super easy to put together. Anyone can do it to impress your friends. It looks really nice. So what sets us apart here is it's not really like your typical tasting room. We have really combined that idea of food and wine in a tasting room vineyard setting. We have during the day a bistro as our counter service. You come up and order what you want. It's right there available for you. So if you wanted to come and have lunch, come down and have lunch. We have that kind of food for you to go with the wine and really make it an afternoon versus a quick, hey, 15-minute wine tasting and I'm on to somewhere else. Hang out with us, have fun, enjoy our food, enjoy the wine here.
Might be time to start tasting that dessert.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, I don't know, Marie, if there's enough whipped cream on there or not.
Don't worry, I brought it from the kitchen.
There you go. There you go. Now you're ready.
Now we're ready.
Dig in.
I can't find the pudding through the whipped cream.
That's really good.
Good?
Yum.
Cool.
We really had fun cooking up some unique dishes with Chef Lyman Winner.
And good news for one lucky viewer, we have a $50 gift certificate to Frogtown Bistro at Mountain View Vineyard.
Just head to the June album on our Facebook page, like the correct photo, and let us know your favorite menu item for a chance to win. Good luck.
Now it's time to get moving, so we head to Mock Chunk Lake Park to meet up with some friends from Jim Thorpe Yoga to find our zen.
Nature just automatically relaxes you. I mean, I think most of us would agree with that. So if you pair that with yoga, it's just an extra added benefit. You're doing yoga and you're already tuned into all the sounds of the birds and the water if you're by the lake or the ocean, and that just really enhances the whole experience. So take a moment to sit up tall, and I like to bring my hands back by my hips and I use my hands to press down so you can really lift the spine and get a nice tall spine, tall seat. Jim Thorpe Yoga has been around for almost 5 years now. I can't believe it. It's been that long. We're a small but very family, community-oriented studio. We have yoga, all different kinds of yogas, different styles for all different ages and levels. We also have massage. We do retreats. And then fold the hands out in front. We're going to keep that seal and stretch the palms straight ahead. Draw your navel up and in, sit up really tall. And inhale, take your arms up.
It's just a way to tune into yourself, to be healthy. I am a chiropractor. I'm convinced that if people did yoga, chiropractic wouldn't exist as a practice. It's a very intrinsic and natural way of staying healthy and growing.
Stretch both arms. Inhale, get a little taller. And as you exhale, bring your right hand towards your right shin. Yoga is all about connecting to yourself, connecting to the true nature of reality. And in our busy lives, we kind of get distracted. All these things pull us away from, ourselves. And it really brings your mind back to focusing on your body, focusing on your pose. And then slowly bring it back down. Slide that right hand underneath the left as you bend your left elbow. Come to the outside of that right shoulder, resting the side of your head on the ground.
Yoga is a great way to decompress and de-stress and sort of add some zen to your life that might be missing.
We are a family. When you walk into our studio and you take any one of our classes, you're going to be talking to the person next to you, to the teacher, and everyone is just very friendly and welcoming, and you feel very supported. Stretch your left arm out to the left. Maybe gazing over at that left hand. Releasing any tension in your back, in your hips.
I feel very relaxed and strong after a practice. I feel centered, focused.
And let your soles of your feet face up towards the sky. You can either keep holding onto the backs of the thighs or reach around. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet and draw your knees towards the sand on either side of your body.
Yoga is for everyone. You start where you are and work from where you are. There is no judgment in yoga. And just come and join us and see what it's about.
So we try to do a lot of outdoor yoga throughout the season. I also teach a class at Blue Mountain outside on their terrace. We get a lot of people there. It's a beautiful venue. So I try to do yoga outside as much as possible.
Men are very stoic creatures, you know what I mean? We don't like to complain about the pains that we have all over the place, but if, 9 times out of 10 we're all experiencing some sort of thing that's just basic stretching can help, and then you sort of start taking it to further places and you get better at certain poses or certain flows and things like that. And you start to realize, wow, my shoulders don't hurt anymore. Wow, I can stand up straight. Wow, I can,
I get so many people say to me, oh, well, I could never do yoga. I can't touch my toes, or I'm not flexible, I can't do yoga. And really, yoga's not about that. You're gonna stretch a little bit, you're gonna get stronger, but it's really about tuning in and, getting away from that busyness of life.
So Maya, how did we do on this beautiful day at the lake?
Oh, you guys did great. Everyone was amazing. It was so much fun. Just being out here and moving and breathing and connecting with nature and each other. So it was a great time.
Great news for one lucky viewer. Just head to our Facebook page, like the correct photo in our June album, and let us know your favorite yoga pose for a chance to win a 5-class card and a free water bottle from Jim Thorpe Yoga. Good luck.
Whatever you do, be the talk of the town. And on that note,
we're done to the promos.
Yeah.
And both the promos are just video because we had beginnings for both of them.
Yeah.
So we just have to read. We don't have to look nice anymore.
Mess up your hair, although you have news to do.
Oh, yeah, I have to look nice later.
You have to look nice later, so we can't do that.
All right.
He was recording all of that.